All right, what we're looking at here is a 2021 Can-Am Spyder F3 Special Edition. Okay, and that's going to be on the S here. Bought this bike brand new. I'm the single owner and only owner of the bike. The bike is garage kept. It stays in that garage. And is very well maintained. I think you'd be hard pressed to find another bike with the mods that I have on this bike at this price point in this condition. I've got a list of about 30 items here. The goal when I customized this bike was to not make it so obvious, if that makes sense. Very subtle, but comprehensive updates, and we'll go ahead and start going through them now. If you note on the left front here, we've got the M2 shocks on all three corners. Totally transformed the way this bike handles it. Infinitely adjustable, compression, rebound, preload, all settings are available, as well as in the back. So you've got all three corners with upgraded shocks. One of the problems with this bike when you buy it factory, you put two people on it, it's going to bottom out on you, and I had to resolve that. So the shocks resolve that. We'll move on and go to the lighting. I've got Elite LED HD 360 headlight conversion kit in here. You can't really see it, right? Subtle. Makes a huge difference. The lights are much brighter and whiter. Okay. I've also got the ARC LED daytime LED running light and fog lights right here. Okay. You can run them two ways. The backward C or the U shape there will turn on, or if you hit the button on the dash, the fog lights come on. So you can run it two ways, but the daytime running lights are the actual, backward C perimeter LEDs. It looks really awesome. Okay. I've got the Trick LED Chaser RGB LED adjustable night rider light that's right in the front right here. That's programmable. You can do different patterns with that. The reason I chose that was it's moving, so you can do all kind of different things. Make it flash, change the colors, different patterns. I like the one that Cyclops, that goes back and forward, that allows cars to see me when I'm coming their direction. Got the Trick LED front fender LED running lights. All lights on the fenders. And I'll show you. I'll go ahead and turn the bike on. They're bright in the daytime, and I did that for safety reasons. I've been riding motorcycles a long time. People like to say they don't see you. Well, if they're coming up behind you on this bike, they're going to see you a mile away. And that was the intent there. Once again, it doesn't look like a mod, but it is there. I got the Trick LED afterburner LED taillight strips. That's going to be on both sides of the bike. That's here, okay, on both sides of the swing arm. Those light up with the LED lights on the front, very bright during the day. I got the Trick LED rear fender triangular LED safety reflectors. That's right here. Okay, that's LEDs, pretty awesome the way it's set up. You wouldn't know, just looking at the bike. It's very subtle. I got Lays Fit red 1157, 2057, 2357 LED CAN bus error-free bulbs for turn signals. They're integrated, and you can kind of see them in there. Okay, those are expensive. They're in there. They're bright. They match what's going on the back end here. Okay, and they're on during the, as running lights, and then when you hit your brakes, they get way bright. Okay. I've got the electrical connection license plate LED reflector kit. That's actually this. I'm sorry. That is this right there. So, and then the custom license plate bracket, but you're probably going to want to put your own on there. For graphics, I've got on the bike the Toughskins Peel and Stick custom emblem set. Okay, and that's another subtle change. Most of the time you wouldn't even notice, but if you look right here, see my little orange Spyder? If you look on the front end, little orange Spyder instead of the BRP logo, right? Subtle changes, subtle stuff. F3 right here on the tank protector. Okay, back here on the fender, orange Spyder. That's what that is. All right, let's see what else we've got here. I got the Le Mans Tracer GT trunk stripes. You can see those, that's pretty apparent, you know. Got those mounted. From the factory, the bike's just pure gray on the front. And then we looked at the spine tank protector. For accessories, I got a quad lock motorcycle handlebar mount for your phone. This thing's pretty awesome. I've got it set up on a gimbal, and then on that gimbal right here, this thing is an anti-vibration mount. And that doesn't mean you're not going to see it vibrating a little bit, but what it does do is absorb the RPMs, and anyone that's ridden motorcycles long enough knows that at certain RPMs your engine's going to harmonize with the frame and you get this buzzing, and that's been determined to kill electronics, right? Especially cell phones, they're pretty sensitive to that. So this will protect your cell phone. And then the charging head on it, it's a charging head. There's a switch on the back that I use to turn it on. Okay, and you just quad lock, you'll put your phone on there and turn it, click, and it's not coming off. You can get the cases from Quad Lock for your phone. They're really nice cases, by the way. They're magnetic as well. They're relatively cheap. I think you could pick one up for like 39 bucks or whatever kind of phone you've got. And I can guarantee you're going to want to start putting these things in your house and in your phone because they're that good. Being a motorcyclist, I've seen it all. RAM mounts and everything else as cell phones started to proliferate, you know, for people in outdoor sports and whatnot. This is the best system I've found that actually works, and it's not intrusive. It's on your phone. You don't even know it's there. You can just walk out here, click it, hit the button. Once you click the power button for this, you turn the phone is now charging, and you'll never run out of battery while you're using GPS and whatnot. Pretty awesome stuff. This is going to be the switch that was put in for the running fog lights right there. So if it's off, you get the C shape on the running lights. If you hit the button, your fog lights come on. Pretty awesome stuff. You can see how clean this bike is. It's absolutely impeccable, okay, inside and out. I take care of my stuff. Okay, if we look in here, it will come with the pack in here to hold tools and whatnot, but I will be taking the tools. You can see how clean. I keep everything really nice and sharp in the bike, you know. Who wants to get on a motorcycle and not know if it's going to run right, do the performance duties? Not me. So let's see what else we've got on the list. I got the Can-Am rider bracket, okay? Backrest, I'm sorry. That's going to be this thing. Expensive stuff. It's ridiculous what they charge for this stuff. This backrest, I believe it was $899, 800 bucks. Rear passenger. That can come off, and the bike's got a solo seat that has the same paint as the rest of the bike. Makes it look more sporty, so you can go, you know, either or. This adjusts for whoever you've got on the back, and they got great grab handles here. Really comfy position. Let's see. Got a Can-Am F3 SE Sport rear cowling. That's going to be, it's not pictured. That's what I was talking about. We talked about the trunk mounted tool accessories organizer. I've got foam hand grips on here, really nice. Make a big difference taking vibration out of the handlebars when you're going down the road. Bike's also going to come with a Scorpion Exo ST14 carbon fiber helmet with inner sun shield and hard mounted GoPro mount on it. That GoPro mount is not using sticky tape. I used, I forget what it's called. You used to be able to get it. I don't think you can get it anymore. It's like a putty epoxy black, and it sticks. And that I was having problems with the GoPro mount falling off while I'm, you know, going down the road. So I went ahead and changed that. I don't have any pictures of the helmet. It's inside right now. And then it's also going to come with a Sena 50R Harman Kardon mesh intercom Bluetooth system connected to that helmet with speakers in it and microphone. Pretty awesome setup. I've got 29,000 and change into this bike when I bought it and put all the mods on it. Once again, the goal when I created this bike and modded it was not to make it obvious that it's a modded bike. Very subtle, very tasteful mods that bring the bike to a different level, in my opinion, right? And that's kind of what I go after when I mod anything. I'm not trying to be bling king. I'm trying to be useful mods that actually work and enhance the look of the vehicle. I guess that's subjective, but let's go ahead and turn the bike on. I'll go ahead and start it up. mode here. And that's, you got to get past that, and then we'll fire it up. Okay. I don't know if you can see it well on the phone. Let me get my shadow in there and you'll see it. You can see how these light up. Look how bright the LEDs are here. It's the same behind here. It's not really showing up well, but it's the same brightness. Same thing on the lights on the back. You know, they light up. You can see them. It's a lot more pronounced in real life. I guess there's some kind of wavelength thing, but it really enhances the overall look of the bike. Okay, you can kind of see here. And if I throw a blinker, you're going to see what it does. That's your blinker. Okay. Attention getting. We'll go ahead and take a look at the lights. You'll see what I mean about how bright these LEDs are. Look how bright that is. That's low beam too. Okay. And that's your running lights on the side. And I'll go ahead and turn the fog lights on so you can see the difference. We'll go ahead and now your fog lights are on as well. They're bright. They are bright. So everything works on this bike. There's nothing broken on this bike. Nothing. Okay, if you buy this bike, you're not going to have to sink a dime into it. I believe I had the oil change. I'd have to go look at the mileage. I had it serviced last year, but I've only probably put 150 miles on it, if that, since I had it serviced. So you're good to go with oil. You're good to go mechanic wise. You don't have to do anything to this bike. Look at the tires. They're pretty much basically brand new. Okay. Why am I selling it? Well, wife wants a boat. And we want to get a small enough boat that we can put it in the garage and not sink money into, you know, building something on the side of the house to facilitate, you know, protecting the boat. We want to get something small enough in the garage. I don't ride this thing enough. I ride it maybe once a month just to keep all the lube parts lubed, all the O-rings, seals, all of that in good shape. This thing is a winner. It's fast. And what I mean by that is, you know, me being a sport bike guy, when I first got this thing and put the shocks on it, I took it out with a couple of friends of mine on motorbikes. And we went down to Donaldsonville, Louisiana, and got picked up River Road. Probably one of the best curvy roads around here. You know, coming out of North Georgia where I used to live, the roads down here don't compare. But on River Road, I was leading the group of bikes and was happy to look in my mirror and see those guys in full lean scraping pegs trying to catch me. And I'm not kidding and I'm not lying. This thing is, it's not so fast it'll scare you, but it just tracks so well and it sticks with these shocks on it. It's unbelievable. Great bike. Hate to let it go. You know, I poured my heart and soul into it. You know, I like my things a certain way, and yeah, that's the bike. So if you're interested, PM me. Bike is available. You know, I'm looking for 20K on it. That price may change. I did put OBO, but I'm really wanting to stay at 20K because that's what it's worth. I got, like I said, 29 grand in it. I think a 10 grand loss is plenty enough. You are getting what you pay for with this one. Anyway, PM me if you're interested. Thanks.